What was the experience like with the ULC? It's been transformational, quite honestly, because the model that I have always been accustomed to is just learning from a presentation and then try and implement it in my context. With the Unite Leadership Collective, it wasn't just me going to these gatherings, but it was me with paid staff and servants within the congregation. And so it wasn't just me doing it in isolation, but it was me doing it with a team of people from my own congregation. It was also transformational to work with a cohort. So had the ability to work with other congregations going through a similar process. So we were learning together and we were learning from one another. I see that there is a benefit for, frankly, anybody that is in an area of leadership within their congregation. It would be beneficial to go through the ULC. Why? Because if your congregation is what you would consider healthy, it only helps reinforce the healthy aspects of a congregation. And if you're not in a position where you feel like you're a healthy congregation, the ULC will undoubtedly help you move towards being a more healthy missional congregation through the advancement of multiplying leaders and mobilizing those leaders to accomplish the goals that you have established as a congregation. So if you're a new pastor and you're wondering, is this going to be something that is useful for me because I've got all the theological education and I'm ready to go out there and do it? This will help you because the seminary never properly prepared me to look at an organization as a whole and how do we accomplish the mission together. They trained me phenomenally doctrinally, but how do you take the good news of Jesus Christ as a collective group, as a congregation, and advance it forward? The ULC is tremendous with that. I've been in the ministry 15 years. This was transformational for me as well, because I was able to glean information that perhaps I've heard before, but never knew how to implement, or new information that I've never heard before, but were given the skills necessary to actually make it become a reality in the congregational setting. I would say this, there are three things that I have seen as a result of going through the ULC. One, the personal transformation in me and my missional mindset and how I'm going to be a more effective leader. But that ultimate transformation in me affects the congregation that I'm leading. And I've seen the change even within not only the leadership of our congregation, but the health of our congregation. And lastly, I believe that the transformation that's taken place in me and the transformation I already see in our congregation will ultimately transform lives within the community. And that's what it's all about. It's about getting the good news of Jesus Christ into those that perhaps have fallen away and those that do not yet know him.